Since our show is being shifted in a direction of being more conspiratorial, there's going to be the occasional story that is, we'll call it experimental, a story that has maybe a 50% chance or even less sometimes of being accurate, but it's worth noting because it could be true. I always look back to how wrong many of us were. If you'd said, for example, back in, say, mid 2019, that the government would be able to get us to completely lock down and decimate the economy over a disease that was essentially a bad flu, then we would have said no way. We would never comply. And yet, the vast majority of people did. The vast majority of Americans, freedom-loving Americans, allegedly, wore masks everywhere they went. The vast majority of Americans got injected. So, no, I'm not going to pass on a story just because it's probably not true. Such is the case of this latest one from Natural News. SD Wells over at Natural News says drone PsyOp solved. Chinese drones from light show in September used by Biden regime to control American thoughts and create anti-religious alien invasion narrative. Now, I've heard this theory long before the drones. I mean, I think if you are in the conspiracy theory world, you know that the idea, one of them, it's a combination of a biblical theory as well as a straight up secular conspiracy theory. The idea that they will try to manipulate us through a fake alien invasion. And they'll use this alien invasion as a way to bring us further away from the faith, to manipulate Bible-believing Christians into thinking that perhaps their worldview is wrong. So this could be the case. Let's read through these bullet points from the article over at Natural News. Psychological operations, PsyOps, are military actions aimed at influencing perceptions and attitudes to coerce desired behaviors by exploiting thoughts and actions often considered a form of brainwashing. The use of social media platforms like Twitter during the Iraq War highlighted the potential for PsyOps, with fake news and fake followers contributing to manipulated narratives. Recent sightings of mysterious orbs of light and large drones in the sky have raised concerns about government-run PsyOps and the manipulation of public perception through advanced technology. President Biden's acknowledgement of authorized drone operations over New Jersey hints at a coordinated effort, possibly involving China, to create elaborate drone shows for public consumption. The current focus on alien and drone-related phenomena is part of a manufactured PsyOp to influence beliefs, divert attention, and shape global reactions according to political and globalist agendas. Now, obviously, I am a very big fan of the notion that oopsie, wrong button. There we go. I'm a very big fan of the notion that our government, elements of our government, and as well as the globalist government itself, they are both involved in PsyOps through our deep state, through our uniparty swamp, through corporate media, control over corporations themselves. These PsyOps are designed to herd us in a certain direction. One could say that COVID-19 itself was a PsyOp. That's not to say that, I think a lot of times people believe that PsyOps have to be completely manufactured. That's not the case. A PsyOp can be rooted in partial truths. Did COVID exist? Yes. There was a COVID pandemic. Now, the question is, well, there's a billion questions about it that I'm not going to get into, but they didn't have to pretend like there was COVID. They actually had COVID. And then they used our fear and manipulation through media to drive us in a certain direction, to give them certain powers, to possibly even use it to steal an election. Well, is this the same thing? Are drones and the orbs? I'm glad that they mentioned the orbs too, because those are separate phenomena. Many of them are coming out during the day. You don't see the drones during the day, but you do see orbs during the day. We'll see. We'll explore that deeper in the future. But could this really be a coordination with China or someone else, somebody else with the technology, with the means to be able to get the American masses prepped for a quote-unquote alien invasion or just even alien contact in general? It would seem that it's possible. And whether or not that's happening right now or it's going to happen in the future or it never happens at all, it's something that we should, as properly thinking American people, as many of us being Bible-believing Christians, we should take into account the possibility. Look, here, it's almost 2025. Anything is possible. Anything can happen. Don't get lulled into complacency just because Donald Trump won, just because things are looking up in certain areas. Because before you know it, everything that you think is normal could go south in a hurry.